So this weekend, it's the British Grand Prix, and it got me thinking, what if the British Grand Prix was run in reverse? Would it be faster, or would it be slower? So, to find out, I'm going to do just that. We're here on the F1 2022 video game by Codemasters, which has just been released right now, so if you haven't picked up the game, I highly recommend you do. Okay, it's got some issues, but we'll get beyond that. Now, the British Grand Prix, it's a fantastic circuit. It's one of the staples of Formula 1. It's one of the races that has to be on the calendar, and it has to be at Silverstone. But, is it faster in reverse, or is it faster going the right way around? We're going to find out. We've got 19 AI drivers, and myself. I've done qualifying, I've purposely started at the back of the grid, and as Charles Leclerc, we're going to see if we can get round the 5-lap race faster going the wrong way as opposed to the AI, who of course are going to be going the right way around. It should be a fun challenge. It's going to be very difficult in certain places, and depending on where we come across the AI, we could see some very interesting incidents. But I'm hoping that there's not going to be anything too bad. But we shall just find out now, as we're waiting now for the 5 red lights, and the reverse British Grand Prix will be underway. It's lights out and away they go, and away I go the other way. So it's time to go backwards. You can see it's not the best start. It's a bit difficult getting the car off the line, especially on this new game. The cars don't have as much traction as they used to, and you can really feel it off the line. So when you're trying to spin the car around and then get going in the opposite direction, you really can feel the lack of grip from the rear tyres, which is to be expected with these new 18-inch tyres, and of course the hugely reduced downforce that these new cars have, which of course being produced by the wings. They still do have a good amount of downforce, but it all comes from the floor, so it's not really very effective when you're trying to get it off the line. But anyway, this is Silverstone in reverse. We've currently just gone through Chapel, Beckett's and Maggots, which is a bit weird saying in reverse. And now we're going into Cop's Corner for the first time, and this is not one of the spots you want to meet the AI. And you can see on the first lap there, Perez and Verstappen, they're battling it out into Cop's Corner. Maybe not the best place for Verstappen to go wheel-wheel with his teammate, because as you know, you don't stick a wheel up the inside at Cop's, but he tried it anyway. And we were just able to get past without any contact, and thankfully it seems the first lap would be pretty safe. We're now going down the Wellington Straight, and this is into the new section of Silverstone. I say new, it's been there for about 12 years now, but it is still new, and I will tell you what, in reverse, it's very, very clunky as you go into Farm and the Loop, and it was very difficult, especially in the first lap, knowing where to go, because actually when you're going the other way around, it's very difficult to tell what the turning point is. But as you can see, as we end the first lap, Verstappen and Perez are going wheel to wheel, and it looks like Perez has just got past Max Verstappen to take the lead of the British Grand Prix. We're a bit behind, as you can see, because they crossed the line long before I reached the start-finish line. So it's going to be very difficult to make that up, because of course the first lap tends to be when the AI are at their slowest. Now, I've got to be honest, as you can clearly see, I'm not exactly doing the best. But that is to be expected. I'm not really used to going around Silverstone backwards, and it is very difficult and very different, trust me, going around Silverstone backwards, especially this part, Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. It's quite easy going the right way around, but as you go the other way, it's actually quite a bit tighter, which does make it a bit more difficult. As we go into Copse this time, we've just absolutely slammed into Verstappen and Perez. And look at that, Perez and Verstappen, we go straight through them. And that's Verstappen out of the British Grand Prix. But somehow, we've managed to escape any damage. We've taken no damage there, which I don't really understand how that happened. Yeah, I'm a bit confused there. We went straight through Perez and Verstappen. Verstappen's now out of the British Grand Prix, but Perez somehow took no damage, and even more miraculously, I took no damage. I don't really understand how that happened, because damage is definitely on, as you can tell by the fact that Verstappen is now out of the race. So we did do a quick flashback. Actually, no, we didn't do a flashback because I took no damage. But we're continuing on now, and yeah, that was a weird one. So I don't know if there's anything that Codemasters needs to sort out with the damage model. But yeah, somehow we managed to live to fight for another day. And going into cops once again. This time I did run to the inside and we smash into my teammate Sergio Perez. And F1 Elvis is asking me if I'm okay. I'm definitely not okay after that. That was a huge impact. But thankfully we got flashbacks on. And second time around I decided, you know what, we're going to run it a little bit wide. And just let the AI cars take the racing line. And we're going to run wide so I don't absolutely clobber into them at the inside of cops this time around. But as you can see on the minimap, as we take a little spin, we just have a little bit of a spin, and we're going to take a quick flashback and just pretend that didn't happen. Thankfully, we're playing it on the game, so I can get away with doing things like that. But yeah, as I was saying, it does look like now the field is just starting to spread out a little bit, ever so slightly. And you can see here, as we smash into George Russell now, who's somehow taken the lead of the British Grand Prix. We absolutely clobbered into Russell into turn 1. Yeah, you can see there's a bit of a field spread now, and that's going to make things very interesting because I'm going to meet these guys at one part of the track, and then I've got to try and avoid them the next time around as I meet the next part of the pack. And here we go, and there's, whoa, Nicholas Latifi, who's also dropping off the back of everyone else. So you've got one pack here with like 6 cars, and then a gap to a massive midfield, and then right at the back, falling off the back, you've got poor old Nicholas Latifi, who, well, he's going to be a little bit dangerous as this race continues, because I'm probably just going to get out of the way of everyone else, and then all of a sudden there's going to be Nicholas Latifi coming in like an absolute weapon of mass destruction here to take me out. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays into it as this race continues, as we're now going into Cops Corner again. And am I going to be able to dodge everyone else this time around as we go into Cops? There's Russell, and whoa, we're just able to get down the inside. But as you can see here, I actually stopped paying attention. Yeah, I started paying attention there to the MFD, and I kind of drifted over. I kind of stopped paying attention and just smashed into Vettel, took no damage, and then me and Guan Yu Zhou absolutely murdered each other. So we do a flashback, and this time I'm not really looking at the MFD, and we're safe. But then there's Nicholas Latifi, and that's what I was saying. Nicholas Latifi, as he's falling off the back of everyone else, is actually becoming a very dangerous opponent. And as I said before, he's actually becoming a bit of a, yeah, he's becoming a weapon of mass destruction, because I could hit him at any point now, as I'm not really noticing that there's going to be one extra car at the back of the pack. I'm so used to having everyone now really bunched up, and I can get past them all as they're all bunched up. But then there's Nicholas Latifi, like an absolute weapon, coming in from out of nowhere, and who knows what's going to happen. But if you are enjoying this video, I'd just like to say, please do drop a like. And whoa, we have contact with Sergio Perez. Yeah, if you are enjoying this video, please do leave a like. Please do comment on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. It really, really does help me out, and I will really appreciate it. And I hope you are enjoying this video, because I am hoping to do a lot more of these. And you can see once again the weapon of mass destruction, Nicholas Latifi, as he's falling off the back of everyone else. I had to cut the corner there. Thankfully I did notice him. But you can see he's falling off the back, and it does start to make things a little bit more dangerous. But yeah, as I was saying, if you are enjoying this video, please do drop a like. It does help the YouTube algorithm. Please comment, and please do subscribe to the channel, because I've got a lot more content that I'm going to be producing on F1 22, on F1 Manager when that comes out, and also just with racing games in general. And so I do hope you are enjoying this video. We are now coming towards the end of this race as we go into Cops once more. It does look like we're definitely not going to beat those guys. It does look like they've definitely got the edge, but you can see here, we could get some points, I'm thinking. But then there's Nicholas Latifi. Once again, the weapon of mass destruction. And this time, the weapon of mass destruction does go off as he absolutely sends us into the barrier. But yeah, here we are now. We're on the last lap, and Sergio Perez wins the British Grand Prix. Yeah, so you can tell he absolutely dominated it. And whoa, we're just getting past them once again. Somehow we don't take any damage. Are we going to get any points? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like a P14 for Charles Leclerc in the reverse British Grand Prix. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And if you did, please of course, as I said, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video for more F1 content. I hope you all guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon for some more F1 content. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Here come today's winners. The team of Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they secured here.